Can you hear me? Okay, it's Earl. You know the vibes.
The reality is that because he doesn't have expectations to speak to the press and this, that, and the third, it is a little different. You can't put the same pressures on him because you can't have a lot of verbal communication with him. And I mean that as respectfully as possible. Heck, that's why he had a translator from jump. But the reality is that this episode is brought to you by, powered by the love of God. Uh, I mean, but Mike, to your point, look, all right, if we gonna have comedy style be funny, I'd do it too if I was in that predicament. I'm doing it too. If I'm into some shady business, I don't speak no English. I'd be like Mike Lowry. I do it for the red, the white, and the green. Hey, bro. Hey, look, that's yeah. So I mean, if I'm being a hundred, bro, it's a nasty. It's a bad look, but I do understand um, why the league kind of is swallowing their whistle about it because it's really nothing that you can stick on them yet. Correct. Yeah, he is for sure. Oh, we got on Friday. Ooh, we got some good matchups in the W on Friday. Sorry, it just came across my TV screen. Well, where there's smoke, there's fire. You have every right to assume. Hmm. Yeah. Well, okay. Well. Okay. Talk to me. There's more. Right. Yeah. Well, what do you mean this kind of treatment? Because Ichiro was pretty damn popular. Now, is he as dynamic a player as Shohei? No, but we talking about Shohei Soprano. Sorry. My money. Chilling, man, chilling. How's the off season workouts going? Oh, mm. Hey, listen. Uh, uh. Well, let's transition over. Shohei, hope you ain't do that shit, nigga. Or hey, well, since you coming in here like that, Nard, Shohei, either uh, either pay up or sorry that happened to you. I ain't reading that shit. Nard, it's football season, baby. What's the motherfucking deal? It is. It is. Yes, sir. Okay, Nar. So I have a question for you. Mm-hmm. So so then that means you're a head coach for Maryland General West High School. Maryland General West High School. Cause you sure enough said that name. You sure enough said Word. That's peace. That's all. Um. Well. In personal news, some know, some that don't know. Another member of me and Nars family decided to take his journey into the game of football. My son had his first game this week. Yeah, man, he had his first game this week. Well, it's been an interesting journey because we don't really know what he's going to play yet, but he was excited to play, anxious to play. Had some issues with coaches, in my opinion, and this is part of actually, Nard. I feel like this could be a quick impromptu conversation. You've kind of had to coach me through what this is because you've coached in this league before, and my nephew has played in this league. So essentially, when you hear that youth sports is kind of in the dumpster fire, um, before we do it, let's start out with the positive. He got to play on special teams and he got to play corner, and he got to play a little bit of linebacker too. He did great covering on corner, naturally using the speed and his instincts. Special teams, obviously, he played well doing that, but not obviously well. He did play well doing that. Linebacker, I was a little iffy on him playing just because he never played the position. It was his second time even getting experience at it. But I understand the first game they kind of figuring out what you can do as a player. Um, so it's a patience game. But speaking of youth sports, uh, Nard, if you're all right with us having this conversation, um, my frustration as a parent is in these leagues, it seems like development of kids is not the top priority. Forget like you're gonna have parents who, oh, put my son in the game, put my son in the game. I'm not worried about that. Right. Hmm. Hmm. Right. 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 Hmm. Right. No. Right. And as a parent, my frustration is simple. Uh, you're gonna have first year players every year up until you get to high school. There, no, I'm saying up until you get to high school. Like you're not gonna have a first year player in college. So, so my point is, you have to take time to develop. Like I coach basketball, so coaching basketball, I know for a fact I'm always gonna have a year one player. Of course I'm going to put my best guys out in the game. I'm not saying put these kids out in the game just because they need to play. Of course, there's going to be garbage time, whatever the case may be. Your goal is to go out there and win. My frustration is in practices when we're not developing these kids. We're having the same kids practice, having the same kids. You're not even giving them a chance to do tasks to get better as players. You don't. There's no investment in development, and that's the problem that is in youth sports. And it's not, it ain't just a linear thing with me. This is a problem that parents are having in general. It was three kids who just left the team this past Saturday because they're like, yeah, nothing's paying off. Their parents pulled them because nothing's paying off. And it's not about my kid should be a superstar. No, 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 no. The point of signing them up is to teach them the game. But if they're, yeah, teach. That's the thing. They're not being taught the game. What's happening is like no, I said, you fresh out and you playing the same kids because this team that he's been with has been together for 2 years. There's enough coaches on the staff to everybody who is learning at day one because they still 9, 10 years old. These are young kids, regardless of this culture that we have where if you don't start playing football at 4 and it's over, youth sports until you turn 18 is youth sports. Realistically, more so high school, but these are elementary kids and they need to be taught the game the same way any other sport. This is not about this isn't about trying to vie for nothing other than teaching them the game. And if you don't have coaches that are invested in teaching the game, then that's what it is. And then you got this whole thing of betting culture with these kids playing. Oh, this kid gonna have a certain amount of yards and a third for 9 year olds and 10 year olds. So it's like that's the frustration as a parent that you're gonna face. And Nard told me, unfortunately, you're gonna have to go through that as a parent so you find the right program because of the fact that that's so prevalent out there. And yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But I can't rain on his parade because he's happy to be in pads and all this other kind of stuff. So now it's about development because he wants to be great. Can't be great if you're not taught. You can't. Mm-hmm. At all. It's a problem. Mm-hmm. It's a problem, bro. It's a real problem. Mike, what you were saying? It was breaking up. Mm-hmm. Right. 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 Mhm. Yep. Yeah. 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 Right. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. But you got to teach these kids at the age that they're and also in anything. At the end of the day, bro, kids are gonna run off emotions more than anyone else. You break a kid confidence by not putting them out. They ain't gonna care about the game. And at that point, mhm, yeah, you don't even know if they suck. Mhm, mhm. Yep, yep, yeah. No, it's a few of them coaching in this league. Mhm. Right, right. Yep, flat out. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, as a parent, it's frustrating. But what I have and will always instill in them is we're not quitting. We're not quitting the game. Um, that's for sure. And he don't want to quit. You know what I'm saying? His thing is he's want an opportunity to play. So far be it from me to not get him in a situation where he don't play. But that's yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. But that truly is, bro. Dale, what's up, bro? Uh, Dale, you have a new nickname, by the way, because I swear to God, you came on cue exactly how we said it was going to happen too. I just want you to know that. Shout out to Tommy. That's Tommy. That's Tommy. That's Tommy. That's Tommy. Hey, Dale, aka Daytona's number one pusher. I'm your pusher. Turnpike Ike. Oh man. Oh my God. Derbyshire Dale. Oh man. Let's get to it though, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Everybody put I ain't got no watch over. Put your wrist up. You know what time it is, baby. Shador made his start. It took a lot to happen. Two quarterbacks were injured, and Joe Flacco said, "I'm not playing." Uh, I just saw Flacco sat out. I didn't see him on the injured list, but he probably was. Um, but at Flacco's age, it's really just about stretching and getting loose at this point. So no, not at all, not at all, not at all. Hmm. Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett. Now, here's you right. I'll be yeah. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. I seen all I need to see for 3 years. I'm cool. But let's yeah. Anyways, no. You were sold a homer. Ooh, good take. Sorry, I'm watching the Liberty play the Sparks. But yeah. So God, dog, Kelsey. Um, Bro's watching the W right now, fool. Anywho, anyways, but yeah. So here's my question to the panel: Is okay? We saw him get the drive because they were desperate to have a quarterback play Saturday night. Well, desperate by their depth chart. I don't think they were desperate by talent one bit because to me, I'm gonna put outside of Deshaun, Flacco one, and I think that Shador is probably the third. To me, the third best quarterback on that roster. If not, I mean, it's hard to say better than Flacco just because Flacco's such an experienced pro. But you know, given all the circumstances, as far as the young bucks, I have Shador at one. Um, I guess Kenny Pickett at two and Gabriel at three, whatever the case. He got his opportunities, and look, he went 14 to 23 for 127 with two touchdowns, and then he of course passed off to a rushing touchdown. Am I correct with that? Yeah, two passing and a handoff to a rush, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because I know they had 21. Yeah, he led three drives. I know that. So, irregardless of that, of the fact, well, irregardless is not a word, but regardless of the fact, I saw poise because you got to remember he started that game and he faced a lot of Carolina's starters. That was their ones and twos who were going to get the PT on Sundays, and his offensive line wasn't the best. They are still an NFL offensive line, but he for sure had to adjust and make adjustments and scramble out the pocket and stuff like that a lot. But shoot, he showed me a lot more promise than his draft position for damn sure, and a lot of what the naysayers have been letting come out of camp. That didn't look like somebody that hasn't been having a good camp to me. I'm gonna just be a buck. Uh, right. Well, the way that the Browns have justified it is that they haven't liked what they've seen. Um, I don't know what they haven't seen, but mhm, mhm. Yeah, absolutely, because the money gonna come regardless. The NFL is some tribal shit, bro. People because honestly, I'll tell you why in two ways. One, it costs money to win. Most teams when they win championships, they end up in the red when they win championships. Not a lot of teams end up making money off of title runs. Um, so as for starters, for two, no, it's been quite. Even the Golden State Warriors were losing money. Now I know it's a different sport, but the Golden State Warriors were losing money for a long time during the championship run. Well. Hold on. Let me put it to you this way. That's what was reported. Of course, I can't see how they weren't, but that's what was reported. But people report and find loopholes to say that they lost and hemorrhage money every day. So you're right. You're right. Yeah, yeah, for sure. But in that, the thing about the NFL, bro, especially football, bro, the Browns fans gonna be there when Josh Gordon was smoking weed, when Peyton Hillis, yeah, bro, and they remember they were missing a team for like 3 years, and as soon as they got them back, the Browns picked up business as usual, bro. Like, yeah, 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 yeah. I think that talent wise, they definitely were a quarterback away last year from being a last position wild card team. Yeah, because I think what did they win 7 games last year? They won 6 or 7 games last year. You figure you win 9 to 10, that should put you in wild card territory. Yeah, depending on the year, but yeah, three. Okay, three. So it was the year before they won 7. That must have been okay. Something like that. I know it was something. But yeah, I mean, look, you got an all world defender in Miles Garrett. 11. Okay, so they made the playoffs. Oh, that was the Flacco against yeah, that was the Flacco against CJ. Yeah. Yeah, 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 right. Damn. Um but that's what I'm saying. Like I think they have a lot of talent on that team. The defense for damn sure is talented. Um Offensively, what do they got? They got Jerry Judy and Joku still there, right? Um what's it called left? What's his name? Running back. Chubb. He's just a free agent. He in Houston. Chubb's in Houston. Yeah, they don't really got much enough. If I'm them, I would try and make a play for Scary Terry. Yeah, I would definitely make a play. Yeah. Mhm. Right. Right. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. You saw him asking Miles Garrett about a spin move. Yeah, nah, he just basically was joking around like, "Yo, you think I could have beat you with my spin move?" Miles Garrett's like, "No, no, no." That's why I'm glad we play together. Cause no, I mean, look, I'll tell you this: Shador. The only thing that I had a question about him was coming out of Jackson State. What would he do playing against Division 1 FBS teams? He proved that in those 2 years at Colorado, especially last year. Going from what did they win? 4 games the first year. Yeah, to a 9 game win last year. Um, making a bowl game. Um, I mean, look, he was a Heisman finalist. The dude can place the ball where it needs to go. But like you said, the detriment that we always have said when we watch him is sometimes he plays a little too safe to save the play, And as a quarterback, you got to have a little bit of fuck it, chuck it in you. Little bit. Little bit. Yeah. 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 Oh, well, the one made 70 the other day, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. And you especially don't want to take that sack from an NFL size defensive end or nothing like that. So, I mean, college ain't that much off, but Miles Garrett is a lot different than what you face in the Big 12, or in this case, in or J.J. Watt, yeah, J.J. Watt, or even Trey Henderson's a lot different than what you T.J. Watt and Trey Henderson's a lot different in this division than what you faced. You know what I'm saying in the Big 12 this past year. So, but that with what you're saying, that's us being able to have watched because we watching football, right? When you playing the game, half of the stuff that we think is out of your damn mind. Which, look, he just gonna have to get that in instincts in due time. But he a rookie, you know what I'm saying? So I know he gonna get to it, but it's a good problem to have because shoot, he's trying to make the right play. But sometimes, like I said, as a quarterback, for me, you got to have a little bit of fucking chuck it in you. Yeah, yeah. Because these are third, fourth year mistakes that we talking about. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. You talking about a guy that could legit lead the league in passing yard percentage a few years out of his career, along with and not just on some dink and dunk shit, but like on legit great 10 plus yard throws because he just has that kind of arm talent. So, well, that's not his quarterback coach, but that was his mentor. But to your point, that's a great mentor to have when you have a similar physical makeup. You're not Tom wasn't no athlete. Tom wasn't no Tom. Let me not say Tom wasn't an athlete. Tom wasn't an explosively athletic guy. So with Shador not being an explosively athletic guy, that's kind of the guy you really want to learn from. And this is why when you're in positions of power and positions of nepotism, yes, you use it, bro. I'm never gonna apologize if I'm a Deion Sanders for being able to connect my kid to Tom Brady. Man, you crazy? Are you crazy? And I'm sure if I do too. I hope that the Browns devalue the shit out of him. One, because that's my division. Two, I hope he ends up in Pittsburgh. But three, three, three. I mean, look. I'm just being a buck. Hey, man. Hey. Look, what this is, Shador. This is a this is a tryout. This is a tryout, Shador. This is a tryout for the league. Fuck it. Because you about to make a lot of GMs look real stupid. But if there's one person that's looking at his computer like this, it's Mel Kiper Jr. Because he told y'all ass. And you didn't listen. You did not listen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to see how he does against that pass rush. I do. Yeah, I want to see that for sure. Well, Philly's such a veteran laden team. You're right. Maybe we'll see we'll see a series or two for the rush. Yeah, a series or two, but yeah, they're defending Super Bowl champs. I have some notes here for the rest of the rookies if y'all want to go through them real quick from the first season. Cameron Ward, he got an A minus on CBS Sports rookie analysis this year. They say he looked like the Miami and Washington State version of himself in the preseason against the Bucks. Also, shout out to Shiloh Sanders. Because he played incredibly well for the snaps that he got as well. He almost forced a fumble on Tennessee sec. I think it was on was it Tim Boyle? because it wasn't Cam, I don't believe, but yeah, he almost got a sack. And he had a few tackles and assisted tackles. So shout out to Shiloh, man. Travis Hunter, he had two catches, one with a few yards after the catch. On defense, he played 8 snaps. He did miss a tackle, which we all saw, but it's nothing that I think is too indicative of the player he is. So from what I understand, he's going to be a wide receiver in the first team reps, and he's going to play corner in the second team option. So he will get some burn the corner, but wide receiver is what they're going to make. And I hope that he's paid as a receiver, because that market is through the goddamn roof. But I do also believe that he's going to set his own market too, and unfortunately, the league's going to have to deal with that. Abdul Carter got an A+. He played against left tackle Deion Dawkins. Had 3 pressures on all 3 of his pass rushing snaps. Um, mm-hmm, absolutely. Yeah. So, preseason ain't but 4 or 5 games, so they getting ready for the season just like anybody else. So I'm taking this as exactly what it is. Will Campbell allowed 0 quarterback pressures in his opener against the Commanders. The Commanders had a great pass rush last year. Um, they added Vaughn. I don't know if Vaughn played that game, but for you to allow 0 quarterback pressures, regardless whether it's a preseason game or not, is really good. And we all, when they drafted Will Campbell, we said that was exactly what they needed. You can go get talent at receiver all across the field, but you get a great offensive lineman. Him and Drake May could really do some things for the next 10 years. And I believe in Drake May. I think Drake May can be a really good quarterback in this league. I truly, truly do. Um, I think Drake May has all the intangibles of a Pro Bowl quarterback. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I know Mac Jones was a Pro Bowl quarterback for them just a couple years ago, but it's a whole new system. But I'm interested to see how, I almost said Dayball, how, what is their head coach? Um, Yeah, Mike Vrabel coaches a quarterback heavy offense instead of a running back heavy offense that he had with Derrick Henry. So I'm very interested to see that. I think the best quarterback I can think he had was the last remnants of Mariota, and maybe if you want to count, um, uh, he's still there now. Um, I almost said Hasselbeck. Fuck, what's his name, bro? Play for the Dolphins. That Vrabel had. He had the first. He had Yeah, Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill. He had Tannehill. Yeah, the last. So, all right. Um, let me see. Uh, I think he had Levis too, but I know that he was there at one point with Tannehill. But having Levis ain't nothing to brag about. Uh, Good brother Winston. What's the deal? What's the deal? Oh yes, yes, yes. As soon as we are done that, we are going right to college because we got some announcements to make about that. Mason Graham got a C+. Um, They say he didn't play that well against the Panthers, but he didn't get a plethora of snaps either. Ashton Genty got a B-. He had 3 carries for -1 yard, but he had a nice 4 yard run on his first attempt. And then a very much so standout for me, um, T Mac from the Panthers had 2 snaps for 43 yards. Um, Bryce Young needed a weapon. Bryce Young needed a weapon, and they got a weapon with him, and now that opens that receiver room up for veterans like Adam Thielen to be able to obviously be wide receiver too. But T Mac, I feel like T Mac. Truth be told, if I'm just shooting shit in the dark, I think T Mac can be a. I think he can be a Pro Bowler his rookie year. Given that he'll be a number 1 target, he gonna get hella targets. He for damn sure gonna get that. I think he can. I think he can be a. No, I'm not saying all pro. A Pro Bowler, I don't think that's. If he makes all rookie, that's a good chance. But I understand. We'll see. Shit, all of them. Shit, all of them. Goddamn. But yeah. And then Shamar Stewart, edge rusher for the Bengals. Obviously, Stewart was facing offseason contract issues. CBS Sports is going to give him an A minus. He played against the second and third team of the Eagles. That was for a preseason game, a very entertaining game for the Bengals. Now, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase connected for 2 or 3 touchdowns in that game, and I don't know if them playing that amount of snaps in the first preseason game is alarming or they were just having fun. Either way, both teams play hard, but Shamar Stewart got an A minus for his rush against the passer. He was able to generate that obviously against the world champion Eagles. No, Jalen Hurts didn't play, but still. Was there anybody else that y'all could think of that y'all may have seen in some preseason games that y'all? Jimmy Horn. Let me look up Jimmy Horn. Jimmy Horn. What you saw, Mike? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, no, I believe it. So that gives us Lejante Wester, Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, D Hop as the Bengals or as the Ravens receiver room with Derek. Oh, and Isaiah Likely. Sorry. With Mark with Derrick Henry in the backfield, and you got to count Lamar Jackson in the backfield too. That's scary. What's the name? Keaton Mitchell. Hmm. That's scary. That's scary. Okay, so that means Keaton week 2. Yeah, roughly week 2. Yeah. Maybe week 3 with a practice. Hmm. Oh yeah, give him all the time he need to rest because we clearly saw from last year he was a threat. And they got more than enough weapons. Let's not let that whole playoff thing be a bad narrative. Mark Andrews is still a very good tight end in this league, most definitely. Mark Andrews still Mark Andrews. Huh? I mean, no, the team loses in important moments. 'Cause this, no, what I'm saying is, yo, Dell, I thought we was one band, one mic, my friend. I thought it was one band, one sound, my friend. Sadly. But nah, in all seriousness though, Mark Andrews still Mark Andrews to me. I don't give a fuck. He still what he had what he go for last year? Last year he 673 with 11 tutties last year. 11 tutties is still, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what 673 with 11 tutties. Yeah. So I mean, it ain't the near stack that we have grown accustomed to, or near stack at times. But yeah, 11 tutties, I'll take it. Um, but yeah, was there anybody else y'all had on the rookie watch or anything like that? Because I really don't want to highlight old veterans too much because to be honest with you, they just getting in the form. But these rookies are coming out and staking their claim already. So I did not see any stats from Wentz. I know you got him on the Giants. Did Scatterboo play this year? Let's see. Yeah. Oh no. He's injured. He sat out the preseason over. Preseason. Yeah. Let me see if I can get some info on exactly what he's just a hammy. Hammy. So yeah, we'll see. Devin Singletary is their number two back, but they also have who else did they have on their roster? Cam is projected number one right now. No. Cam Scatterbo. Cam Scatterbo. Yeah. Tyrone Tracy. If that's as of right now, the depth chart um, has Tyrone Tracy replacing him on the depth chart. Yeah, for now. But again, we'll see how camp goes. Yeah, you're gonna get some touches. But yeah, that was what I had for the NFL this week. Obviously, the first week of preseason, it's always exciting, dog. Always exciting. Um, as we get to it, Winston brought up that he was playing his season game. A new challengers entered the ring in our union. Shout out to the union. Y'all can tap in with everything with the union on beacons.ai/the union. We have our Union Dynasty League. Really want to be able to do this since it's now cross-play to play games. And a new challenger's entered the ring. New challenger, would you mind speaking up for yourself? Nard, that was your cue. I said a new challenger's entered the ring in the Union Dynasty. Um, yes, sir. Nard, what team are you playing with? Okay, okay, okay. Get on the game, homeboy. I ain't gonna say what he said in the video. Yes, yes, sir. And I have an announcement. I'm gonna get all three of us logged in on Xbox, but the games for Guessing from the Stands players, if all goes well with technical support, will be live streamed on YouTube on the Guess from the Stands YouTube. So whoever's playing their games will be able to stream their games on Guess from the Stands YouTube. All you gotta do is press the icon for the Xbox users and PlayStation, same thing. So we will be live streaming our matchups on YouTube, so y'all be able to watch that. Marcel's also live streaming his matchups on YouTube as well, and of course we got AJ is going to be streaming his on Twitch, and so on and so forth. So yeah, man, y'all will see us get to whoop ass on the game. It's fun. The first player versus player matchup was a good one. We had who do we have? We had Donnie versus Marcel. Uh, Donnie's already got somebody in the Heisman race. Let's just put it out flat out. No running back. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, Le'Veon Moss. Le'Veon Moss had 22 carries for 102 rushing yards, two rushing touchdowns, and 8 receptions for 109 rushing yards with one touchdown. Yeah, so Donnie came out busting heads off the back. So yeah. Oh man. But again, we are having fun. We playing the game. Uh and we cooking up. We cooking up. So we cooking up. It's fun to get the game. We playing college football. There's also fades available in Madden. Also fades available in MLB the show. Just you know what I'm saying? We playing sports games. Whatever niggas want to play, they can get whooped. Get whooped. Uh Mike, did you play your week zero game or your week one game yet? Okay, I ain't had one either. Okay. Oh, you play Ashton this week. Okay, yeah, yeah. Ashton got 6 user games. I don't know why he signed up for that shit. But Ashton, chill out. We're offering them. He got to chill out, offering them Hellcats and them in those in their recruiting trail too, bro. Ashton going crazy. Hell yeah, Hellcat still work. Ashton going crazy in the recruiting trail right now, bro. I'm about to get on the game soon as we out here. I got to get to it, bro. I got to get a quarterback. Sorry. Um, but speaking of that, uh, college football, man, we are exactly when is week zero? That is 11 days. 11 days away from week zero. I can hear it. Who? What? You said? Oh, I thought you said who cares. I'm going to say brother, 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 brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, I'm ready. I'm ready for college football to be on my screen from 9 a.m. until 3 a.m. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh no, I'm talking about from the time that college game day comes on till the Hawaii game. Yeah, it's a few games on the 23rd. Iowa State, Kansas State. Hmm. That's an ACC game. It's disgusting. Yeah. Hmm. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Um, but yeah, I mean, shoot, week zero, bro, is here, which means the countdown to week one is on. Um, that puts us at about 16 days away from week one, because of course that starts on the Thursday. Um, it's here. It's it's some games. Shoot, Thursday, Friday, and of course Saturday at noon. The first 1-2 matchup, bro. That is crazy. You know Ohio State like to play at noon for some weird ass reason, and Texas low key. That should be the nightcap. Okay, go ahead. Hmm. Hmm. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Oh, okay. 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 Yeah, I was looking for the time. My fault. It's a it. Okay. Ooh, I'm right here. You can't hear me. You can't hear me. Yeah. Oh, Nar can't hear me. Oh, no, I was saying I'm going. I'm going Georgia Tech. I think Georgia Tech going to start by running the ball, running the damn ball. Ooh, I'm going Auburn. I like Auburn to win 9 games this year. Auburn been going crazy on that recruiting trail. It's at Baylor. At Baylor. It's Syracuse at Tennessee. I'm going. Ooh, They should win this, but they got a new quarterback there, so I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. But what's it called? Buddy from UCLA last year. They swapped quarterbacks. But I can't remember. Yeah, and that pass rush, he didn't play too well against last year in the Big Ten. He didn't really play too well against that pass rush in the Big Ten last year. So I think I'm more comfortable with going with Syracuse as well. But Tennessee should win this game. But I'm gonna roll with Syracuse. Woo! Is this the up? This is the upset again. Mm. I'm gonna go Bama. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bama. Yeah, Bama. Yeah, I really feel like Ryan Williams gonna go for Heisman. The only thing I don't know about is the quarterback position. I feel like quarterbacking is gonna be so important. Yeah. Mm, okay. No, for college, eh? Right, right, right. Well, hey, look in the NFL, Baker, Pro Bowler. Yeah. But I get what you're saying, though. Yes, I. We got it. Mm, I'm going with the Tigers of LSU. They really can't. Brian Kelly can't because remember Notre Dame used to lose that first one a lot too. You know what? I'm switching. Give me Dabo. Actually, I have Clemson going to at least the national semis, if not the Natty. They could. Well, it's more. It's 12 teams now. Shit, you can get in. All right. What's next? Woo! Here's the deal. Texas needs to win this game more than Ohio State. I know that may sound crazy. Texas needs to win this game more than Ohio State does. I stand by that. Ohio State has the grace of losing their quarterback. I'm not saying that they don't want to repeat as national champions, but Arch Manning cannot lose this game more than Ohio State can afford to lose this game. This is the year they're gonna beat Michigan to me. Mhm. Well, it may not bode well for them, but I think they could. I think if they finish off the rest of their schedule with 11-1 or maybe a strong 10-2, given they lose another game, they could get in as a 12 seed or an 11 seed. I think that their strength of schedule will be enough, and losing to a number one seed isn't going to kill them. This is the game you can afford to lose at the time you can afford to lose it. I don't like Texas losing this because at this point, l- let me put the implications on it like this. I understand what Grandpop said, I really do. But if Texas don't have a 10 win team or better this year, and they not contending for a natty, Grandpa can say what he want. Arch going to that damn draft. Archie can say whatever the hell he want. Arch going to the damn draft. If they're not a promising program, Arch out of there, bro. He gone. He gone. Or that. That's what I'm saying. Well, he got to beat a team like Ohio State to get that ball rolling. He has to. That's why I say there's more pressure for me for Arch Manning this in this game than there is for Ohio State. Ohio State can make up a lot more. Texas, while they can make it up, it's a bad loss to start out in the true Arch Manning era. For me, I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't think so because it really is, bro. It's player versus program. It's player versus program. It really is. It's player versus program. So I don't know, but I'm in agreement with Mike. This is nasty as hell to be a 12 o'clock game. Disgusting. But what's crazy is we got what's wild? We got a 12 o'clock game like this last year. Why couldn't it be played on Saturday? Why couldn't? I know this game is going to be on Fox because it's 12 o'clock and it's at Ohio State. Yeah, I think Michigan's the most. Yeah, Michigan's the most. Hmm. You know why that is, Ryan? Mike. Um, that's for starters. They always play that 12 o'clock game, and unfortunately, no. He's saying that it's not. He's saying that they don't like that stadium post don't be shit in Ohio State. It don't. It don't. It don't. And part of it, honestly, I felt like it was at one point when Urban Meyer was there. Ryan Day has not commanded that same level of aura that Ohio State had that Urban Meyer did. To me. But I'm gonna go back to my point though. Ryan Day has been a lot more of a susceptible target to losses than when Urban was there or when Jim Tressel was there. You wasn't beating Jim Tressel like that in Ohio State, bro. You wasn't beating Urban Meyer like that in Ohio State. Michigan ran down on them boys four straight times. The only person that's scared of Ohio State is Penn State. Iowa's one in there. Um, um, who else is in the Big Ten? That's like formidable. I don't think Michigan State because we're past the Mark D'Antonio stage, but that place has seen some law. Alabama's one in there if I'm not mistaken. Um, but the only time I can think that they had an environment that was rocking was that first round of the playoffs against Tennessee. That shit was crazy. But no, I agree with you. That it ain't no you not playing like sometimes you playing against a team and the crowd. Like I ain't playing against no damn Ohio State crowd. Hell no. No, you're not. The Swamp got a better crowd than that. Well, the Swamp is one of the best crowds in the nation. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me slow down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Them bleachers are old school bleachers. All that. Yeah. The war chant is ridiculous, bro. Listen, the war chant is ridiculous. It's bad, bro. Clemson, you go to Death Valley. It's intimidating as hell in Death Valley. Georgia, let's not leave Georgia off this list. Georgia, intimidating as hell. Intimidating, bro. Yeah. Bro. Listen, bro. Yeah, Tennessee at night games is intimidating, bro. Yeah, bro. LSU, the one. Yeah, come on, man. That shit up. Hey, God, I can't wait for college football. I'm sorry, y'all. That shit just ran like, oh, I could feel it, bro. I can feel it, bro. Bro, I want to go to the night game. Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And it ain't no damn 80,000 students there. That's that whole area of Baton Rouge. You getting, hey, whole state of Louisiana drives down to LSU for them games. Yeah, yeah. Um, that's a great observation though, Mike, for sure. Um, Nar, you still there? Oh, no, I know he. Okay. So what were you say? You say you found out the reason why they were playing at midnight, or why they were playing at noon. Your camera on. Your camera on. A short week. All right. All right. All right. All right. Just present the damn trophy and get your ass rolled. Texas by 50. Fuck it. Anywho, Texas by 50, man. Fuck it. And then of course that weekend we got Miami versus Notre Dame. Miami hosting Notre Dame. Christian, are you going to that game? Yo, Christian, bro. You know what, bro? Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. Both teams play. I don't remember you going to a game. I doubt it. Oh yeah, I was out of town for FSU. That's right. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, we did go to Wake Forest. Yes, we did. Yeah. Hey, the best jug I ever had. We played Clemson at night, and me, Moms, and Taylor went to the game for like $100 in the end zone. Smooth, boy. Yeah, that shit was hard. Played Clemson at night. Yeah, and we beat. Um, mm, um, I got, I got. I have, I have Notre Dame. I do. I have Notre Dame. I'm rooting for Miami, no question, but I have Notre Dame. They're coming off of a run to the national title. They're returning most of their team back. Granted, we do have, I almost said Quinn Ewers. We do have Carson Beck, but we lost a lot of productivity on the offensive side of the ball. Mark Fletcher gonna have to run the shit out of that damn ball. Now, look, if our run game is on point and we can kind of get the rhythm going with our receivers and tight ends, they're cool. But to be honest with you, bro, that defense gonna have to prove it to me, bro. I saw this defense getting the shootout with Cal last year, bro, and that ain't nowhere near the level of team that Notre Dame is. So I'm just being realistic. I'm rooting like hell for the Hurricanes. I'm gonna talk shit and be the most delusional fan on that Sunday night. But but right now we're talking sports. So let's talk sports. Sports tells me. Oh, for sure, no question. I ain't rooting for them ugly bastards. Yeah, hey, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Hold on, let me tell you something. Let me look it up. Yeah, they did. Uh, they are returning. They are returning. Jeremiah Love. So they're returning. Yeah, Jeremiah Love, who had 1,125 yards and 17 touchdowns. Um, how many players did they bring up back? I don't see how many exactly come. Yeah, I'm kind of cooked on that one, but either way, um, it's yes, sir. Hey, Winston, we going to this game, bro. We going to this game. God willing, we going to this game. Mm-hmm. Spirit ain't never steered me wrong. Never. I will tell you this: for your height, you gonna have to get that extra seat because, yeah, yeah. What you Winston? You what? 6'7", 6'6", 6'5". Okay, okay. Right, the nigga played at Wake. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because you was there. What's the call was there too? Who else? James Jones was there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mhm. That's crazy, bro. Nigga said, I feel you. That's crazy. That's crazy. Shit. Uh, mm, Before we get up out of here, of course, the National Basketball Association got to get some love too. The schedule has been released for the NBA. Opening night, we're not going to go too crazy. The opening night for NBC and Peacock and Christmas games. For opening night, we will have the Rockets at Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant will be back in Oklahoma City to see Oklahoma City get their rings. Very poetic, and that tells me Adam Silver is a petty man. Uh, and then the Golden State Warriors will be traveling down the road to Los Angeles for the 10 o'clock game on Peacock. Now, from what I have heard from hashtag sources, Michael Jordan will be involved somewhat in this first night, which I think we should have all expected with him being on the first night, opening night for sure. So Michael Jordan being there to talk about Kevin Durant, Shea Gildas Alexander, Steph Curry, and LeBron James and Luka Doncic should be interesting banter. And I already know what it's going to come down to the next day on First Take. But who gives a damn? Yeah, Jordan said when Jordan appreciates so much about LeBron James on television, I can't wait. They're gonna be sick. I personally can't, bro. I cannot wait. Y'all remember on Chappelle's show when he took off that Klan robe and the dude head exploded? That's what that's what Skip Bayless gonna do. His head gonna explode. Oh man. Jordan likes LeBron? No way. I can't believe it. Yes, he does. Um, but outside of that, the Christmas games have also been revealed. Let's go to that Christmas Day. We open up with Cleveland at New York. Could that be an Eastern Conference Final preview? Potentially, potentially. Followed by the Spurs are traveling to Oklahoma City, which I'm glad. Usually we get a finals rematch on Christmas, but I'm glad that they flexed Indiana out of it because they've lost so many pieces. I'm glad we're not going to get that. That's a smart move by the NBA. Followed by that, we're going to have Dallas traveling to Golden State. That's the game I have Kyrie Irving returning. I think Kyrie probably returns on Christmas if all goes well. If not, it may be MLK Day. But um, yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Yeah, because when did he tear it? What was that? 9 months put him at Christmas. 10 months puts him at MLK Day. Four, maybe, maybe. Okay, maybe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. True. Um, the 8 o'clock game is going to be the Rockets traveling to the Lakers. So Kevin Durant, Cam Whitmore. No, Cam Whitmore's not there no more. Kevin Durant, uh, Alperen Sengun are traveling to LA. I'm sure Kevin. Yes, Thompson too. Yeah, I'm sure. Which I'm putting on All Star alert this year. I'm putting him on All Star watch this year. It's eventually he gonna be an All Star, and look, he getting it out the mud right now. If not this year, next year for sure. Um, and then the nightcap, of course, is Minnesota versus Denver. Those are really good games for the NFL or for the NBA. The NFL games, however, um, let me see. NFL Christmas. Woo wee! All right, Christmas. Yeah, Christmas. We got some games. Lions and Vikings in Minnesota. Cowboys and Commanders in Washington. I don't like that. I don't like that because, well, I mean, I just don't like FedEx Field. That's really what it is. And then Broncos and Chiefs. Well, they need to build faster. And then Broncos and Chiefs will be the nightcap for the NFL. That's some great ass games. Now, this NFL is how you schedule it. Because last year, while on paper those games should have been all right. I mean, the Texans really let down their end of the bargain versus the Ravens, and then the Steelers got beaten pretty badly. Well, it was 29-10, but still, three score game versus the Chiefs. But this year, Lions and Vikings, Cowboys and Commanders, and Broncos and Chiefs. That's going to be good. Yep, really good slate for Christmas. So yeah, man. But we are here. We will be back next week, and we did, we did, we did. Yeah, yeah. If you wasn't working, yes, yes, he did. Uh, yes, you did. Uh, yo, all right, man. That is hilarious. Look, till next time, we'll see y'all on the flip. We out. Peace.